Arkhan, the world resides in turmoil. Our enemy's weaknesses are exposed. The followers of Nagash stand ready to do your bidding. The Knights of the Flame invade in some petty errantry war. Such fools should perish beneath the burning sun. The harsh environment of the desert claims many souls and cities beneath its sands. In exile, your tower has also succumbed to others. Reclaim it and grow your master's followers. With such a force behind you, search out your master's fabled books throughout the world. They are artifacts of immense power and are the key to the Black Pyramid and the great necromancer's return. Lich King, your path is clear. Unite with your master and let the world tremble once more.
Hello, monsters about here, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires, and a brand new campaign as Arkhan the Black.
My master will return.
Well, that's what he hopes anyway. He's hoping for his master's return. He's like a faithful hound, or a pathetic little skeleton, but he does have a big old hat. A big old hat, and I'm going to be honest, that outfit is, well, he's pretty fly for a bleached bone guy. And, fucking hell. And so we start off in the corner of the map over here, which is fine. Although this start position is an absolute bastard. And there's a couple of reasons for that. It's because there's Bretonnians. There's Bretonnians as far as the eye can see. And by gods, I hate the Gauls. I mean, the Bretonnians. They just suck. They suck so much, and they can have at least a couple of stacks off one fucking minor settlement. It's a nightmare. But we do have a few things going for us. One, we got a nice hat. Two, easy access to pots. So, you know, it's not all bad, is it? It's generally fine. We also start with a little friend over here.
The realm of souls.
He seems fun. He seems like a party mummy, and he actually that's pretty good. That. I will take that. Holy shit. I will take that all the way to the bank. Unfortunately, he is a Nehekaran caster, and that's... Yeah, he fucking knows it as well, doesn't he? I like that. Right, that school of magic is not what I consider my favourite, because they're all very... most of these are single target spells. And then you've got... I mean, this is your only damaging spell. It does slow units down, which is fine, I guess. The Skull Storm is a vortex, which I've never really been happy with vortex. It is quite cheap, mind you. And then Urskep's Incantation Desiccation is actually a good spell. It's pretty legit. Does reduce the melee attack and melee defensive units, so that's actually pretty good, but it's just not the best. Arkhan starts off with the Lich King, so he gets more melee attack for Fellbats, Direwolves, Crypt Ghouls, and Hex Wraiths, more melee attack and defense for heroes as well. His skills, well, he does have Vengeful, which is like a better curse, which is what you get when you get below 50% hit points. We get Curse of Undeath and Casual Replenishment Rate, which is generally fine. Martial Prowess, Legion of Death, which is going to give us some more melee attack for Fellbats and Crypt Ghouls, and charge bonus for Direwolves and Hex Wraiths. Lich King, which gives us more Lich Priest, not a bad thing there, and also Recruit rank. And then Right Hand of Nagash, where we give Nagash we get more Winds of Magic, hit points, and Recruit rank for those special units. Talking of those special units, that's Nagash's sort of like special thing, is that he can recruit a few vampire count units, being Crypt Ghouls, Direwolves, and Fellbats, which of course are the best vampire. And then he can upgrade it and get access to a Hex Wraith. So that's fun. I mean, the thing is, I like Hex Wraiths. I won't lie, I like them. But of course, poor old Arkhan can't actually boost them through his red skills, or can he? Because I've downloaded a little mod that actually lets you boost up, so we get more armor and melee defense for our Crypt Ghouls. And I think, is it Master Charities? Well, Or, no, elite cavalryman. There we go. So we get weapon strength and speed for Hex Race. Or it looks like just speed, but oh well, it's not the end of the world. And then Dune Rider, we'll get more melee attack, physical resistance and armor. And is it Blessing of Asp? No, I'm failing memory. There we go. Missile resistance, armor, and speed for those crypt ghouls. Although by the time they hit that rank, we'd probably be getting rid of them anyway. Never mind. Now, Arkhan also enables recruitment of certain vampire count units, as we've seen. Unit capacity increase of Tomb Scorpions by +2. Interesting. We get less diplomatic relations with Tomb Kings because the Tomb Kings hate our guts, despite us being one. And we get more relations with vampire counts. Winds of Magical Reserve is also increased. And we get public order up to 20 based on the percentage of vampiric corruption present. Currently, we don't have any vampire corruption, so never mind. But we don't get a deficit on it either. So basically, we're happy living in vampire corruption or not. It really doesn't matter for us. So first things first, I'm going to pop Arkhan in here. We're going to get Barry, and we're going to put Barry in to replenish our units and also buff up our Tomb Scorpion. That's pretty much all he's good for. And we're going to recruit some of those crypt ghouls because they're better than skeletons by a considerable margin, and some direwolves. And then we will just get the global recruitment as well, because for the first few turns we're just going to be globally recruiting. Whoop whoop. Party over here, campaign. Let's... Ooh, more buffer. I feel like Tomb Scorpions is the way to go. Okay, let's go for the wisdom of the Third Dynasty. It's also going to give us a man who can, or a mummy who can give us Cimmerian War Sphinx, which is not the worst thing. It's just genuinely not the worst thing. Tomb Prince, Lich Priest, and Necrotect. That's all fine. And then we get bonus to carrying units. That's rubbish. Tomb Scorpions, not bad. And Sepulchral Stalkers. I quite like them. So we do start off with 2 settlements. We start off with the Wizard Caliph's Palace and Sorcerer Islands. Quite the holiday destination. And we're going to start... I mean, there's a bunch of stuff we could do. Unfortunately, we can't get Tomb Scorpions until rank 4. We can't get Ushabti until rank 3. We could potentially go for, like, archers or something. I mean, that would give us 4 skeleton archers. I think I'm just going to go growth. I'm going to go growth. It's quite boring, but we're... Yeah. Okay, so units have been recruited. I'll give us 1 more turn of recruitment, and then we best head off. I'll get another skeleton spearman just because reasons, I think. Yeah, okay, good. Some other problems are going to be the dwarves over here. The dwarves going to be quite the issue to deal with. I mean, basically, Arkhan just starts off with a really terrible start position. It's not great. He doesn't have any easy expansion opportunities. He has to go north. But the problem is the north is filled with Bretonnians, which is obviously, you know, the worst. I think what we're going to have to do... And also, you can't even recruit here, because down to here is Lashik. So, as you're heading towards you have to recruit here and then march up, which gives the AI more time to recruit. So basically, it's not a great position to be in. In fact, I'd go so far as to say it's one of the worst start positions you can actually have. Now, here's a little trick. So, military presence is 16, which means the army is still in the city. And we know they have to come through here. So, if I scooch over here, there's the army, and we set up a little ambush, do something like that. Oh, the other mechanic we call... The other mechanic we have, of course, is the Books of Nagash, which we can get to collect a bonus. Now, the location of the books is randomised each time. They're generally in the same place, but which book you get where is randomised. And there's good ones and shit ones. So, the one closest to us is the first Book of Nagash, which is actually pretty good, because it's going to give us an increase in capacity for all heroes, quite nice. Increase for hero success chance, quite nice. And reduction in cost, considering our income is a bit pants. That's probably for the best. So, right, the 5th Book of Nagash is over here at the Temple of Skulls. It's quite far away It's a really, really good book to have near you to start off with, because that extra army capacity is very, very strong. But that's not bad. The third book of Nagash is at Karakate Peaks. It's an okay. It's all right. 8th book of Nagash is mostly trash in my opinion. That's a Skaven Blight, so we won't worry about that one. The 7th book of Nagash is Canopic Jars per turn, which is very, very good. It's in Lustria, not too far away. We might go and pick that one up. The 4th book of Nagash is mostly trash. That's at the White Tower. I'll probably give that one a pass. 2nd book of Nagash is Income from Trade. Again, mostly trash. Probably won't worry about that one. And the 6th book of Nagash gives Shadow Magic, which is very, very strong. It does look like it's up in Sylvania? Yeah, it's up in the Empire, which would be quite a long trek for us to go and get, but would give us Shadow Wizards. To be honest, the extra army one, or the Shadow Wizards, is probably the nicest one to have near you to start off with. Generally, it's fine though. We'll make do, I think. I think having the hero one nearby, especially because Nagash, obviously, Arkhan, I'm going to keep calling him Nagash, because Arkhan keeps boosting up his, he boosts up his heroes, weapon strength, and melee attack and melee defense. Oh ho ho! Oh ho ho, mon frere. Were you marching? That's unfortunate for you. Oh god, look at all this.
For the arch necromancer.
Early battles with the Tomb Kings are always a little bit dicey because your units are just so shit. I mean, fortunately, we actually start off with some fairly good units. Crypt Ghouls are early on not bad. They've got reasonable melee attack. The weapon strength is pretty high. They don't have any armor, but you know, never mind. Meanwhile, we have the enemy army's got a lot of cavalry. They've got 4 on one flank, 3 on the other. They've got a trebuchet, which is currently being swarmed with bats. They've got bats in their face. Like, oh no, this is the worst thing in the world ever. And then their face gets bitten off because these are giant vampire bats. Well, fell bats. So they're very bitey. No, we're going to keep flapping in your face. Fuck off. Stop chucking rocks at me, you big bastards. Meanwhile, our infantry has engaged, and our Crypt Ghouls should make short work of these men-at-arms. We should be better. We're trying to get the Mounted Yeomen to charge our spears, and then our Direwolves, who are actually better than the Mounted Yeomen, can pick them off. Basically, as long as the Mounted Yeomen don't get a charge off, our Direwolves should win that battle fairly handily. So we're buffing them up, we're giving them some... we've got Jeff's Incantation of Cursed Blades. Plus Direwolves don't have blades. Until we cast that on them, then they whip them out. It's pretty impressive and pretty... they kind of go, that's not a knife. This is... and then suddenly they have a knife. And, you know, everyone's like, where did you get that from? And why are you speaking an Australian accent? But that's magic for you. It's weird. Very, very weird. Okay, the Direwolves are picking off the Mounted Yeomen there. We've got Spearmen moving in to help out. It's pandemonium. Fucking pandemonium. We're trying to use our Tomb Scorpion. I'm going to call him Pinchy to knock out the enemy general because Pinchy's about... what? Pinchy, what the fuck are you doing? Pinchy! Pinchy! Get the fuck... oh, never mind. Right, Arkhan's going to get stuck in. He's going to deal with the enemy lord. He's not a very good melee combatant, but he can Spirit Leech him as well. Right, he's going to suck him off and then hit him in the face. So that's how that works. Good. He's already right. He's running away. That's fine. We're in amongst the last few men at arms. The rest of the units are starting to run away. Of course, this army was marching when we attacked it, and as such, it will not be able to retreat after the battle. Basically, it's fucked. It will be completely destroyed at the end, and our Direwolves are going to hunt down as much as possible just to make sure that they get the experience. Oh. Charge is going to hurt. That charge is going to hurt, but it's going to hurt the Mounted Yeomen more. We chase those units off the field. Looking pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Not a bad first battle, although we won't be able to replenish in between, will we? Okay, that went pretty well. We're going to take the replenishment because God knows we need it, and he's dead because obviously he marched. But we won't get any replenishment because we're still in enemy territory. So we need to... I'm hoping we can reach that next turn before they can do any recruitment. Let's get Route Marcher to try and make that slightly more plausible. And then we'll get We'll get the spell buff, I guess. Guess we'll do that. Let's upgrade the catacombs. And let's get a masturber. Love me a little masturber, me. Quick little masturber. Just whack it up there. Job's a good one. Oh, well that's bad news, Bear. Right, let's get... Oh, do I want another Lich Priest? I'm kind of tempted. On the other hand, we do need someone to kill enemy characters. A Necrotech does make us move faster, which we might need. I think I'm going to go the Necrotechs. Right, the fact he's here so early is bad news, because normally he keeps his distance for a bit. But apparently not. Well, yeah, we're going to have to fight this, otherwise it will just wipe out my units.
Nagash demands.
Pro tip. If you have units that can flank an enemy army, the AI will lose its shit trying to bring all of its units to bear, and they tend to just end up having an orgy, like over here. And if you've got, like, artillery, or... Oh, no, not if you've got artillery, because if you've got artillery, they tend to advance on you regardless. But if you've got, like, a spell you can drop in the middle of them, you can do a lot of damage very quickly. Our dire walls are flanking around there, just trying to get an in. We don't want to get shot by the archers, so we're hanging back. We're going to send in Pinchy first, because Pinchy is, I mean, he's got very high armour, and he's also quite hard to hit, because he keeps digging into the ground and shit. So Pinchy's going to start pinching, and then our Ghoul's going to move in behind. So far so good. Our direwolves then moving in from the rear. And the bats coming in as well, mostly just to lock these units in place. And then the direwolves are going to do the real damage. I mean, looking at the stats, they're not bad. You might not think the direwolves are actually that effective, but trust me, wolf units are pretty fucking good. These archers are going to get nommed. And you can see a mass rout has happened. Now this is probably... Yeah, they're terrified because Pinchy's terrifying. And normally these units would run away and then, you know, come back. But if you've got direwolves nibbling on your bum, then obviously that makes it a lot harder. And direwolves are very, very good at whittling down fleeing units. So we're going to concentrate on just hacking down those units. As Pinchy... I mean, Pinchy's got 21 kills. His main use is just breaking entire blocks of enemy infantry and then letting our direwolves hunt them down, which is quite useful. Meanwhile, the enemy general is running around, and we've got Barry and Arkhan trying to deal with him. Pinchy coming on to help as well. Of course, Pinchy's got armor-piercing melee attacks, which is quite useful. And of course, we're going to be soul siphoning him at the same time when we can. That's it. He's running. He's afraid. He's afraid. Okay, the last few units being mopped up. Just this unit of foot squires still holding on for the moment. But there they go. They're breaking as well, being hunted down by the ghouls. I don't think we actually lost that many units during this battle. I think that went rather well, actually. I mean, certainly better than the auto-resolve would have had us. Okay, pretty happy with our first few moves there. That worked out quite nicely. We're going to occupy. We are, however, being raided, which is not very pleasant. Lights of Flame are dead. Good. And we got the Great Incantation of Kassar. What? Okay, so we can cause a sandstorm, which will do damage to everyone, increase our ambush success chance. Sand Veil. What we want to unlock is this one over here, which is going to give us the Casket of Souls, which is a very potent artillery piece, and getting that early would be nice. This is trouble. What can you do to him? Lock him. That's not really that useful.
Ever onward.
I don't really want to have to fight the dwarves this early on. It's kind of annoying. And it will prove to be a waste of my time. I don't know if Spirit Leech is worth it. Like, the overcasting, it just makes it longer range, which isn't really worth the Winds of Magic, to be honest. I mean, Soul Blight is fairly good, so we will get Spirit Leech. We'll do that. Alright. Okay. And let's get... Okay, more physical resistance. Sure, that might save a unit. Might save a unit, you just don't know. Look, dwarves.
You may speak before my shield bearers, and not by me.
What about if I give you some money to fuck off?
Oathbound.
Right. Piss off. Don't come back. Honest to God. Right, more growth. Yes, we need growth. More growth the better. And I feel like if we're going to be fighting Bretonnians, we're going to need more spear boys. Because God knows. We've still got 3 different factions of Bretonnians to knock off. We got ones at Kofa, at Firus, and then that one over there. This, of course, is Refance. So that's dangerous because she starts off with knights. So not just yeomen, but fucking knights. And, oh yes, I also forgot that we actually have a non-aggression pact with these beastmen over here. And for some reason, they like to come and sit on our lands and give us chaos corruption. Fuck knows. Oh, really? Guys, I'm having a rough... Okay, no, the dwarves are even closer.
Of Valea.
Fuck.
The axe thirsts for war.
We don't have any defences here either. They will just overrun that. I'm going to have to go and kill them. But that leaves me undefended. Oh God. This is the... I mean, I could burn Vulture Mountain. Is there a big garrison there? No. I really don't want to have to do that.
Make your proposal, my lord. No.
What about... We'll join your war against those guys. Moderate. It would make me a betrayer, but... Killing beastmen might be easier. I mean, if they're at war with them, maybe they'll finish them off for me? Oh God, I don't know. The risk is, if we lose the Wizard Caliph's Palace, that's bad. These... I mean, Rebalance is going to declare war on me. That's just a given. I think I'm going to have to go and deal with the dwarves. I can't leave them. I can't leave them, unfortunately. Okay, bats. Let's merge you. We'll get rid of you. And then we'll get the Necrotex in our army because he's going to increase my mobility. And we now have 1, 2, 3 rights unlocked, but no money to do anything with them. So, you know. Swings and roundabouts. See, the beastmen are heading over to Sorcerer's Island. You could come and help me, useless bastards. So currently we do start off with a non-aggression pact with the Bloodaxe tribe and the Awakens.
My crowded psyche. The only unliving king around here is me.
But he doesn't like me. I think we like him, but not the other way around. So that's fine. Oh God, killing dwarves is going to be a fucking nightmare. It really is. Sorcerer's Island, what we want is that, but we don't have the money for it, so we're going to have to wait until we can get... Because currently we're losing 102 income a turn thanks to these dickheads. And I've tried a few, like, trial campaigns, and I've never had the dwarves raid me that early. Normally, they just stick to their mountains and leave me alone. So the fact they've rocked up this early is a real kick in the nuts. If I had them, but I'm not, because they probably dropped off. And yeah, well, that normally happens. That's fine. I mean, the fact is, apparently we have an aversion with him. Or no, we like him. He has an aversion with us. So, now you fuck off. I reckon as soon as we leave again, he'll be back. So, I'm going to do an ambush and see if he comes back. And if he does come back, we will fuck him up. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, I think the sensible thing is just to keep going with growth. Say, if he comes back next turn, then I will... What he'll do is he'll wait until I've buggered off, won't he? He'll even while I've been ambushed, he'll stay away. And then as soon as I've actually buggered off somewhere, he will come back. No, he didn't. He stayed. Okay. I mean, as long as he's staying away, I think I'll just leave him. I've got more important shit to do. Fuck it. Alright, we're going back. I know he'll... I can just see this will be back next turn. He will turn up again next turn. And I will scream with frustration. Alright, he didn't. Fine. Be at war with I. No! I've got... God, no. Absolutely fucking not. I've got better shit to be doing than being at war with fucking dwarves in the fucking mountains where I can't move and they can. That just sounds like an absolute sodding nightmare. Right, we need to deal with Rebalance. She does have knights and walls. So that's bad news bear. And of course we haven't done anything because we've been raided, so we've got no build, we've got no upkeep, so we've got no... I mean, I could go and raid them, I guess. Or I could maybe go... None of these things would be any use. Maybe we should go to sea and see if we can find some bits and pieces. That might be a good shout. Right. Let's go and find out what this is. They're still not back. Good. Nothing good? What is it? Okay, we'll explore the islands. It's a really? Okay.
For the arch necromancer.
Dealing with the vampirates, trying to get some booty. Can we get some booty? I'd love some booty. Booty would be delightful. Oh my god, the bats are getting shredded. I mean, I should have known better to charge them towards hand cannons, to be honest. Either way, this cannon, that's now out of operation. That's gone. The poor old crypt ghouls getting shredded by those hand cannons. Those hand cannons are very, very strong. We're actually going to we're going to drop a Nuru's incantation of protection. That's more, they're running back because half their unit got shot by the cannons, and then they had to wait for the rest of them to turn up. Unfortunately, the direwolves coming in from the rear, though. They're mopping up the gunnery mob everywhere else. The main unit we have to worry about is this depth guard over here. We've got Pinchy dealing with them, and then we're shooting them in the back with arrows because they're pretty weak to being shot in the back with arrows, apparently. So that's good. Doing that there. Everywhere else, our infantry should be able to deal with the zombies fairly well because, of course, we've got crypt ghouls, they've got zombies, and guess who's going to win that one? There's our new Necrotect. He's called Stan. That's Stan the Necrotect. Arkhan just cheering on everyone. The enemy general has jumped into this melee against the direwolves, but surrounded, and with the entire destruction of his army, he's going to be gone soon as well. Okay, well that was fine. I'm going to take the canopic jars, and yes! Oh, that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. It's a nice bit of experience, nice bit of income. That's exactly what we need. That's exactly what we need. We need to build up before we deal with any of our enemies at this point. Right, Soul Blight is just good. Guess we'll grab that one because it's fine. It's good at slowing shit down that we don't want to fight. And I guess keeping you with the skeleton, but on the other hand, you know what? Restore, because our not skeleton, scorpion. Our scorpion is the only good unit we've got. So I feel like keeping that one, you know, on all goods. Probably the best shot. I don't want to upgrade this. I kind of do. Sorcerer's Island is the one that's least likely to get torched, so we will do that. We did lose a unit of bats, but that's fine. Oh, we can upgrade you as well. Perfect. Because, of course, we got the construction costs for all buildings, which is actually incredibly useful for Tomb Kings, because, of course, you know, we don't have any income, and our buildings are quite expensive. Well, I mean, they're not that expensive, but it's really nice that we don't have to, you know, fork out all that money for our buildings. I mean, I would like a unit of hex. I'm tempted to knock this down and replace it with like open graves, so we can get the Nehekaran warriors. And archers. Mostly the archers. That's what I'd mostly be interested in. The thing is, I do quite... The direwolves are very useful. The crypt ghouls, pretty useful. Basically, I want both of them. I'm going to keep it for the moment. I just feel like the Grave Hill gives you 8 good units, plus some Felbats, compared to the... I mean, the skeleton build would just give us 4 archers, which is half the number of useful units we'd get. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go and grab the Sea Corpse over here, see if that's going to give us any more money, all that kind of good stuff. The dwarves have apparently buggered off for the moment, so that's good. And we're just sort of like prepping. Oh, God, you got knights there. I mean, it should be fine. If we maybe go and grab this next, and then we can go and maybe try and lure Rebalance into an ambush, and if we can kill her, then we should open up the north. And once we've done that, we just have to worry about the dwarves, really. If we can get defences here, it should be fine to hold them off, but we've always got that threat. Until we've taken those dwarves out, we've always got that threat. They can come through the pass-through here, and that would be a bit of a nightmare. But that, unfortunately, is going to have to wait until next time. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.